Hello, lovely people. How are you doing? I've had quite the day, but I'll tell you about it in another video. Right now, I want to do something chill and take you on a sketchbook tour in a sketchbook that I finished not that recently, maybe a few months ago, but I've been working on it for quite some years. As you can see, I started it all the way back in 2019 and only finished it last year. And there are several reasons for that. For one, I use more than one sketchbook at a time. For another, this sketchbook is actually my favorite sketchbook, and I don't mean this particular one. I mean this type of sketchbook. I have quite a few of those, but unfortunately, they're no longer available to buy. I used to get them at a shop called Tiger of Copenhagen. I think they rebranded or something. It used to be kind of like a €1 store, except it was more like a 10 krona store in Danish terms. And actually, that's called a tier in Danish, meaning 10 krona. And it kind of looks or seems like tiger in English. And I think that's why they rebranded it to Tiger, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, they used to sell this sketchbook. It was very cheap. And I loved the paper inside. It's very smooth. It's also thick. It's really nice for pencils. It's lovely for pen, which I love to use. It's great with water-based markers or markers. They're called markers. It's not so great with alcohol-based markers, but that's also fine because if it bleeds, you can just skip the next page. And yeah, I've loved this sketchbook, like this type of sketchbook, so much. And I'm really, really sad that I can't find it anymore. And that's one of the reasons why I've been savoring this one for so long. When we go through it, you can see that I'm going through some different phases, and then I'm kind of taking a break, and then I come back drawing something completely different in a completely different media. So it's a very variable and kind of a weird one. It doesn't really have a theme these days. I kind of try to have a theme for my sketchbooks. Not that I have to, but it just comes out that way, I guess. But yeah, I've been loving using this one. Sadly, it seems like I can not use it anymore. I think I will keep looking because I keep hoping that one day they'll bring it back. But yeah, in the meantime, let's take a look inside this one. Oh, let me show you my stickers. I don't know if you can hear, but the ice cream car is going outside, and yeah, maybe you can hear the bell. Do you want ice cream? There is nothing going on the first page of this sketchbook. This is the official first page or first spread, you can say. And I can remember that at this time I was mostly using colored pencils for sketching, and I was also really into portraits. So that's what you can see here. On one side we have the more detailed, more realistic portraits, and on the other, more simplified attempts. Also, you can see here a problem that I have with pencils, and it's that they rub off the page, like here, and it just makes the whole thing look dirty and nasty, and that always bothers me with pencils. This page is a bit more clean. And again, we have pencils and some kind of portraits. For these, I also used some pens that are water-based, so they don't bleed like markers. I believe it's this ones. I only have two of them. One is this, this color, kind of this one. And the other one is this one. Yeah, here is around the time when I was doing the 100-day challenge or something like that. And I wanted that to be portraits or like portrait sketches. So here are some of those. I then decided to make the theme even more defined, I guess you can say, and to draw portraits of historical figures. So here we have Henry VIII from English history and his wives, based on their known portraits from the time. And actually, I think he turned out the best of the bunch. Here we have Jane Austen and some of her heroines. She's based on her real-life portrait, and the rest are just imagination, I guess. Not much going on here. Some house. Here we have an attempt at Einstein. I believe I asked the people on Instagram who should I draw next, and they said Einstein, so here we go. And a bunch of legs. This is, what is her name? I forget. She's the author of Peter the Rabbit, I think it's called in English. I had the book in Bulgarian, so I'm not sure, but her name is something Potter, I believe. I really love her illustration and stories, so a little portrait of her and some landscape from one of my walks. The next portrait was of Darwin, and I really like how this turned out with the finches on the head. And cute Newton with rosy cheeks. I think it turned out really funny. I don't know. I really like it. How silly it is. Yeah, actually, I think here I kind of came up with this idea to have more rough sketches on one side and the more finished one on the other. And that continues here. We have Marie Curie, Gregor Mendel, and I forget her name. It's Mary something, but I forget what the something is. I'm so bad. Here we have Leonardo, Galileo, and Shakespeare. Here we have Elizabeth I, Louis XIV, I think is his number. And these two guys, Isabella and what's his name of Spain? Oh my god. For history nerd, I'm not doing very well in this tour. And now we are taking 180 degree and going into some kind of nature stuff. I remember at some point I just kind of lost interest in these portraits and just kind of stopped doing them and got into a nature team, which is still going. I mean, I've always been into nature. So, I mean, I also always been into like history and stuff. I think I just have phases that kind of circle one after the other. Yeah, some more sketches. I think these were some kind of sticker ideas or something. I have used some of these in like different kind of work, but yeah, I've always wanted to make this into a sticker. It's never too late. Maybe I will. Some mountain cabins. I think I left this one empty so that just in case the pencil kind of smudges everywhere, but it's looking pretty clean. Yeah, this was done in alcohol markers partly and pencils. So we have bleed, some more portraits of Ekaterina the Great, Russia, and Peter I. This was, yeah, around this time I also kind of got into kind of interior sketches. I think this I referenced from like real estate ad. I like to window shop on the real estate website, so I get a lot of ads about buying houses and apartments with all the pictures from the interior of the places that are for sale. And I have absolutely no means of buying anything like that, but I like to dream, and yeah, I sometimes draw those. These were part of some kind of Instagram kind of team or something, and actually a bunch of these I turned into stickers. Yeah, I have this one, and this one, and this was also a sticker, but it's completely sold out. I don't have any left anymore, and these are also like, maybe I have like one or two left of those. But yeah, they were nice. I liked those. Some sketches from Instagram. This I did from real life, and the bridge, actually, I can just tell that I didn't do a good job. It's kind of squished in a weird way. It's a much more circular, the arches, but whatever. It's a well-known bridge in the mountains in Bulgaria that we went to for a hike. It's called Devil's Bridge. because apparently the arches were so perfect and circular, or the architect made some kind of deal with the devil or something. I forget, lots of legends. This is from the same place. I did some plant sketches as we were sitting and having a lunch there by the bridge. This was just some cozy sketching, and I think some of these elements I used on a card. I think it's this one. Some of them, yeah, the pillows, the books, the blanket. No, that's a different blanket. I think I used those as well in something else, but I don't remember where. Anyway, I like chickens, so I drew some chickens as if they're portraits of people or something. I don't know. It was fun, silly little thing. This was something I finished also digitally. Like, yeah, I just enjoyed the sketch. Nothing too particular. That's a sketch from Dragor, which is a nice little town nearby Copenhagen that I really love to go to in summer for like little bike trips. It's a really cute, lovely little town. This is when I had my Linocut phase. These are some of my first ever stamps, and these are some stickers from like a game release party or something like that. Yeah, I think here we're getting into my more botanical phase. I think this was in early spring of 2020. So I think during the first lockdown, I would go to a nearby forest for walks and sketching. And I came up with this like challenge for myself to just sketch anything I see and like, but to use no pencil, just pen directly to make it quicker. And yeah, as an exercise, I really love this. I think I made a pattern out of these. Sometimes you get something nice like this. I like these, and sometimes it doesn't turn out so well like these ones, but that's fine. Yeah, some more random sketches from my walks. Yeah, I found some 4-leaf clovers. My father is actually really good at finding 4-leaf clovers, and it seems like I've inherited that ability. Much lucky. Yeah, more grasses. I'm kind of fascinated with these kind of grasses with their shapes and how delicate and beautiful they are. I love drawing them, even though there is not so much to draw. They're so simple and like there's not much going on, but I just feel so drawn to them. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, these are very quick, very simple sketches. And these are some self-portraits. One day I really liked how my hair looked like. It was having a really nice shape and being really big and fluffy. And I took some pictures in the mirror and then I used them for reference. And this is what came out of it. I really like a couple of them. This one, to some extent this one and this one. And I think I used them different places as a profile picture or something like that. These are more sketches that I did sort of as a live drawing thing. I used these, again, water-based brush pens because they're really nice in that they don't bleed through. And they help the sketches not be entirely boring, just black and white, give a little bit of color, which I like. I don't know where the colored ones are, because they're pretty much out of ink at this point, but it's these ones, the Faber-Castell brush pens. This one is black, but you can get these in color. Pretty nice for sketching and quick stuff. Yeah, this was sketching in Christianshavn, which is an area in central Copenhagen with nice old houses. And this is out in the fields, just some plants, some sea buckthorn and hawthorn. So that must have been in the autumn, and all this stuff was still during like 2021, maybe like lockdown times. I would take regular walks outside and sketch. Like these ones are also from the fields. Some more of that. Here I tried to sketch in color pencils, but again, it gets messy and it annoys me. So this is from 2022, a random note there. I think between these two pages, I took quite a long break from the sketchbook. I don't remember necessarily why. Maybe I was having more projects or something. I just yeah, I just didn't use the sketchbook in a while, and then I started using it again, I don't know, sometime in winter, because I'm pretty sure these are made during winter when I couldn't go out. So from here and forward, I think the sketches are all, well, maybe not all, but mostly referenced from pictures I found on Pinterest. And again, I was doing it with no pencil sketch underneath. So some of them, like here, they get really wonky, but I still feel like it's a nice exercise and makes things kind of faster. So you don't get too bored. I would say sketching without the pencil under sketch works quite well with like plants and organic shapes like that, but with people and animals, it gets tricky. So you can see that some things work better than others. It worked very well with the little houses, I think. I'm happy with them. So yeah, this is, I think, where my tiny cabin phase started. So I was drawing lots of these. I have a whole bunch of them in other sketchbooks that I was working in at the same time. It's a whole plague of the tiny cabins, but that's a good kind of plague. Yeah, you can tell that animals and people just don't work as well, at least not for me. So I was gravitating more towards landscapes and little interior sort of bits, things that made me feel cozy. Again, here I was trying some people, but like didn't go so well. I think I was also trying the blue pen, but also, yeah, I didn't like it as much as I like the black one. So, and by the way, the pen that I'm using is this one from Muji, very basic, 0.5. I really also wanted to incorporate some kind of lettering and text, because I think it kind of makes the sketchbook look nice, kind of like a magazine or something, but I had absolutely no idea, like nothing I really wanted to say, so I would just write completely random things more for the aesthetics of having something written then, because I wanted to say something, so you would notice the text everywhere being really silly filler, kind of Lorem Ipsum style. But I just wanted to play with text a little bit, and yeah, I feel like I need to do that more. Flowers everywhere. Wow, seeing this, I recently made a much more detailed sketch of this plant. I forget the name right now, but yeah, I did a much better job, so I'm happy with my progress. This is my more recent sketch, and obviously this is done directly in pen. It's a quick sketch, and this is made much more carefully with under sketch, and it's colored and all that. But yeah, you can see there's been some progress happening. This is, I think, 2023 or something like that. Some more cabins and cozy things and plants and just the things that make me happy. And silly filler text. Here I wanted to draw some folds and clothing, which is also a lot of fun, but a bit more challenging when you don't have an under sketch. But I remember enjoying this page a lot, just making it, and looking at it makes me want to do some more of that. Yeah, also when you sketch directly without pencil, you do make quite a lot of like proportion mistakes, like here, but you know, it's the style, I guess. Here I think it's where I got this gold gel pen and kind of wanted to use it somewhere. I think it's this one. I don't know why I got it, because I never use it, but I guess I like having it. Yep, animals still not working. I'm bad with animals at the best of times. Even when I really try and use pencil and stuff, I just don't draw animals a lot, so I'm just not very well practiced in them, and I almost always fail at them. So yeah. I think this particular plant, first of all, I love this plant. Second, this photo that I referenced, it's a photo from Pinterest, and I've drawn it multiple times. I'm sure I have it in other sketchbooks as well. Yeah, like here. It's basically the same. I don't know if you can tell. I think this one is the more recent sketch, and it's again done without pencil sketch, but it's a bit more detailed. And yeah, it references the same picture. I think I've drawn it at least one more time, but I don't know where right now. And again, I think you can see some progress happening. And I didn't draw the same thing with the plant to track the progress. I just like this plant and just, I guess, saw the picture again, and I just wanted to draw it again. So I did, but I think it's nice that it happened to be the exact same reference picture. So now I can make this comparison and see that some progress has happened, and it's a good feeling. And yeah, and I think, yeah, this is the end of the sketchbook. And actually, I was planning to draw something here before I do the tour, but yeah, I forgot. So now we have this space that will be filled one day. It's not gonna be right now. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got inspired to draw a little bit yourself, maybe. Let me know. Right now, I'm obsessed with drawing botanicals, and it's all I draw for fun, for like guilty pleasure sketching. Let me know what is your guilty pleasure sketching, or what you love to draw the most in the comments. And then like and subscribe.